Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. We've made it to Friday yet again, whoopee-de-doo-dah. Now there was no elaborate intro on this like last week because I simply overworked myself and run out of time. Yes, well I put in we put in a load of extra live streams this week, one on Monday, an extra one on Tuesday, one on Thursday. I tried a lot to try and do a Commodore 64 one as well, but that didn't quite work, so I didn't even get to the test stage. But I'm still working on that, so if you're a Commodore 64 fan, don't worry. So yeah, I've overworked myself, and on this one, we'll be a bit of the bare bones. So I've been a bit of a nincompoop.
Nincompoop.
He's a nincompoop.
He's a nincompoop, Muddy.
Oh, this is heavy, Doc.
Copy that, nincompoop. Yeah, okay guys, let's not overdo the nincompoop word. We don't want to get taken over the airways. We want to keep this to a general standard. So I hope you're well. My name is Nick. Did I mention that? I'm sure I did. I probably put the somewhere the Twitter thing there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Jenkins7Nick. Quite often I will follow you back. But yeah, that's where I tend to put notification of videos going up. And also live streams if we schedule those in. So yeah, a very high workload. I'm pushing myself beyond stupidity, but yeah, hopefully I'm offering you good value for money with the competition out there. And memberships, well, hooray, that really helps. But we'll come to that a bit later on. As usual, in these Friday ones to end of the week, I cover a few things that have caught my attention during the week, some sort of news items or therefore. But I'll just mention the live streams again. So you've been following them. Initially, we did, well, when I first started about 6 or 7 weeks ago, it was on the ZX Spectrum. I did an hour test Monday and an hour test Tuesday. That seemed to work okay because it's all about the testing and finding a way forward, gradually moving there. Then we went to 2 hours Monday, 2 hours Saturday, which quite a few of you had joined in, so thank you. And we did that for a few weeks. And then I want to do a little bit more. So this Monday I did a test session of the Atari 2600. So thank you to the people that dropped in and helped me with the sound levels. So the Atari 2600 seems a bit of a louder system than the ZX Spectrum, so I had to tweak that. So this Monday coming good, we'll do the 6 to 8 session on the ZX Spectrum, and then possibly 9 to 11 or 10 to 12 on the Atari 2600 if we can do that. So that's the plan. Anyway, it seems that a lot of people are on their way home from work still when I'm doing the 6 to 8, so it gives them a chance to see the later one. And Tuesdays, 6 to 8 again on the ZX Spectrum. Hope you're following this. And there'll be another Spectrum run from 8 till, no, but 9 to 11, I think. I'm even confusing myself. And recently, not too many people saw this one because it was a bit of a last minute thing, although I did sort of like half plan it. On Thursday, we're doing a blundering series live streaming on Stunt Car Racer on the ZX Spectrum. Ideally, I'd like to do it on the Commodore Amiga, but the internet isn't particularly quick at the moment, which I've got. But it was great fun. So the people that watched that live, we had a bit of jeopardy, didn't we? The racing was quite intense. I hope you enjoyed that. It's been archived, so if you want to go and look at that in the live stream playlist, have a look. I've saved where I got up to, and we'll be picking that up again on the next Thursday. So hooray! So join in there. It's a little bit quieter than the other streams, but you know, it was a fledgling test sort of thing. Still looking at the Commodore 64 stuff to see if I can get that running in some shape or form. I'm using emulators of the Commodore 64. The one I had before, Vice, it's really unstable and I couldn't use that in a live stream. Something to do with my computer probably. Anyway, what news has been going on this week? Well, we've been in lockdown and we're recently coming out. Pubs and hairdressers have suddenly flung open. Now, I'd never seen queues to a hairdresser's before. I managed to cut mine with clippers. It needs another go again on the longest setting. But some people hadn't had their hair cut for about maybe about 2 or 3, well, maybe 2 months or even more. So there was hippies going in. Now, it seems to me that the cost of haircuts has gone up a bit, which is not surprising because the hairdressers have got to get their revenue back. Have you got your hair cut as soon as it's opened or gone to the pub? I'm not sure how packed the pubs are. I don't think all of them are open, but it's very hard to keep social distancing if you're actually in the pub getting sozzled. So yeah, so alcohol at the pub generally is more expensive, but it's more of a social thing. So yeah, if you've been doing that, well done. I haven't been to the pub since, but I'm hearing they've been, well, I know, are they quite packed? Let me know if you've actually been. So we're gradually coming out of lockdown, which is good, I suppose. But there's always a fear of a second wave. But you can't stay at home forever. Stuff must go on. The economy's taking a hell of a kicking. That's in the UK. I don't know what's going on abroad. If you're from a different country, which I know a lot of you are, what's going on there? Your pubs and clubs still open? Gyms open? Hotels open? Let us know. Now, going on to a more arty theme now. Let's get away from this virusy sort of stuff. I do like Lego, although I don't actually buy it. I've got some retro Lego in the attic, in the loft there. Pointed that because in case you didn't know where the attic was. And it gives me a bit of a retro buzz, a bit of nostalgia. And, you know, you try and argue it's a bit of art. It's not just for kids, it's, recreational as well. But anyway, I've just had this news story that some Lego art's been released that you can actually put on the wall. You make it yourself. It's a bit like a mosaic thing. It looks rather cool, although I think might be a bit expensive. So tell me what you think of this. I'll put up a few pictures maybe. There's 4 Lego sets which you make yourself, and it might also come with a CD so you listen to music while you're doing it. There's Andy Warhol, Marilyn Monroe. Basically, these are like mosaics. The Beatles, you can make all 4 of them. Marvel Studios, Iron Man. And also the other release is the Sith, which I think you can even make Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Kylo Ren, and somewhere else. I don't know, Zippy out of Rainbow. Was he a Sith? Possibly. So they look quite cool. It'd be nice to have them on the wall, I think, but I think they are going to be quite expensive. Andy Warhol, of course, we last bumped to him on the channel when we was playing Street Hassle. I don't know, and we played that on the live stream as well. Don't know who requested that. And he took a hell of a beating, Andy Warhol, but here he is in a Lego form with the Marilyn Monroe. Is that something that you would get, or are you not interested in that at all? You don't think it's art? Lego, well, who cares about that? So yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting that coming out. They've got a lot of good licenses, haven't they, Lego? They seem to have Marilyn Monroe, Star Wars, the Beatles. You know, what haven't they got? I know they've got the Simpsons as well. Pirates of the Caribbean, loads and loads and loads of stuff. I've never seen any Star Trek sets, though, from Lego. Anyway, but presumably if that gets popular, that's more money for Lego, the Danish company. Here's a bit of a trivia for you. Lego, sometimes comes up in a pubs quiz, this. Which company is the largest manufacturers of tyres in the world? Well, the answer's Lego, I've told you already. So, you know, if that comes out in a quiz, it's not particularly an answer you might think of. Yes, that's something to be of interest. Now, the Formula 1 is back on. I touched on it recently last week. I'm into Formula 1. My team is McLaren. If you didn't know, you probably did if you've seen a few of these other ones. Really good race in Austria last week. There's another one also in Austria this week. Bit limited, of course, because, what's been going on. Lando Norris, who drives McLaren, come third in that one. Race was won by Valtteri Bottas. My team come third and fifth. Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz. So I was really interested in listening to that one. But there is big Formula 1 news for next year. Double world champion Fernando Alonso, which doesn't make the best career moves. He could have been world champion 5 or 6 times. But anyway, he's world champion twice. He's going to return to Renault, who originally won the championship with in 2005 and 2006. Seems quite a long time ago now. Sorry, that's closed down a potential move for Sebastian Vettel. After being at Renault, he went to Ferrari, which didn't quite work out, although he missed winning the championship by about 1 or 2 points a lot of seasons. And then he went to McLaren, and they was right in the doldrums and didn't really pick up whatsoever. So, you know, and then he went away again and he's come back. Now, is he too old for Formula 1? I know Michael Schumacher went away and come back again, and he wasn't quite as good. And Renault aren't going to be, I don't think, they're not going to be a title contender in 2021 when Alonso's going to return for that season. And Alonso's someone that's pretty outspoken when things aren't going well. Is he a good fit for Renault? I mean, maybe they should have got another driver. I mean, he's going to be good for a season, but I don't think he's going to win the World Championship. And when someone that big already won championship before, he needs a competitive drive. So that would have been Mercedes, although I think they're going to retain Bottas perhaps. So that would have been Mercedes or Red Bull. Any other team, I don't think it's going to do it. Ferrari is always going to be on the periphery and not going to sort of like do it. So, you know, it'd be good if someone like me was offered the Renault drive. That'd be fantastic. But Alonso, already double world champion, I'm not quite sure. Now, obviously, they're going to pay him quite a bit of money, but money, I guess, isn't that important to Alonso at this stage because he's already very, very rich. And talking about that as well, Lewis Hamilton gets paid £40 million a year. That's more than what I make on YouTube, you'll be surprised to know. But thank you for the super chats in the live stream. But yeah, 40 million, and they're talking about dropping his income down to 20 million. He's not very happy. 20 million pounds. I mean, so he's going to get through halfway through the year and run out of money. Then is he? That's absolutely crazy money. It's all about status, I suppose, at that sort of point. But if you get paid £40 million in 1 year, you don't need to do anything anymore, do you? Do you? I suppose it's what he regards as his worth in the marketplace in a multi-million-pound sport. So I can see the arguments from both sides. But 20 million, I'd do it for a 20th of that. So pay me £1 million, I might not get any points, but you'll save £19 million. That's pretty good, isn't it? £19 million. Get that saved. Get that saved. Right, space news. I do like a little bit of space. Space is good. Right, I don't know if you know, I didn't know till recently, till I read this article, but there's an asteroid in the asteroid belt. That's not the news. It's called 16 Psyche. It's one of the most massive asteroids in the asteroid belt, discovered in 1832 by Annibale de Gasparis. I think I'm pronouncing that right, or Annibale Gasparis in 1832, an Italian astronomer. Now, because it's quite big, it's over 200 kilometres in diameter, which is about 1/16 of the moon. Why are you telling this, Nick? What's this got to do with anything? Well, this asteroid is rich in metals, they think. They've done a scan, I think it's rich in metals, and it's worth more than the entire global economy of the entire Earth. So all the money going, exchanging, everything you're buying, governments buying and selling, taxing, this asteroid, the metals in that are worth more than the turnover of the entire planet. So obviously that's an interest, isn't it? If you can mine that. I mean, imagine bringing all the metals back and then it would just render the global economy as absolutely pointless. Now, I always thought this was going to happen at some point with asteroid mining. There's going to be massive inflation. So, if nothing's worth nothing, all your money, say for example, you had, I don't know, let's for sake of example, had 10 grand in the bank, and then suddenly they brought that asteroid back, that 10 grand might be worth £100 now. I mean, we're right at the beginning of exploration, just limited to the minerals and mining on Earth, and now we've got potentially the whole galaxy. Well, NASA are planning a launch to this to further investigate in 2022. The mission is led by Arizona State University to scan it, I presume, with the potential to get more minerals from the thing. But yeah, I mean, there could be asteroids out there full of diamonds, gold, precious metals. It's just bringing them back. So if you're looking at fledgling companies on the stock market that are into asteroid mining, who've got maybe a brief idea on that, they could be the next Bitcoin, the one you buy for about 2 pence and suddenly they're worth about £400 a share or above. So that's the only thing that I can see what's going to expand in the next sort of thing. That and, well, maybe artificial intelligence and bio stuff. But yeah. So yeah, asteroid, look this up. Asteroid 16 Psyche, one of the huge asteroids, and that is just one of, and there's thousands of other smaller ones in there as well. I think there might be some other asteroids almost as big as that again. So 1/16 of the moon. I was thinking maybe we could do a Kickstarter, all us lot, get on our spaceship, beat them to the asteroid, bring it back, maybe hide it in a lock-up garage for a bit, and then every night after the live streams that I do, we'll go in with our chisels, hack a bit off, and sell it on eBay. What do you think? Or Cash My Asteroid? Is there a shop called Cash My Asteroid? Might be. That's an idea. That's an idea, isn't it? So that's just a few bits of the news that I've caught today then. So pubs and hairdressers bag, that Lego art. There's a lot of things I could have spoken about, but I just picked on these really. Alonso's return to Formula 1 in 2021 with Renault, which I don't know any points he's going to get. And this Asteroid 16 Psyche. So, So thank you to people that support in the channel by the memberships. That's a major influence with helping me keep going, because it is a bit tough. That along with the live streams that are gradually increasing. If you're doing super chats on that, that's helping me as well. But the members, I always do a shout out to people on the second tier and above, although I do appreciate everyone that's doing the bottom tier on the bus, because that adds up as well. On the bus is $1.99. Second tier, not too much more for the amount of stuff I offer. Earlier on I got called a nincompoop for the amount of, quite rudely in fact, for the amount of stuff I put up. But yeah, that all will continue for as long as I've got energy. So shout outs for people on the second tier. That'll be quite new onto the second tier. So thank you, Phil Hill. Thank you very much. Stuart Clegg. Thank you, sir. Chono Baggy. Grey Hulk 2. All of these are superb people. Everyone on the second tier and above are excellent in my opinion. Or super excellent. Julie Monkton, thank you. Impressive blog, I read quite often. Pum Pum Reader. Jason Holmes, Rossi Bossy, who's got his own project underway, which I don't mind shouting out later down the line if you want me to. Andrew Gibson and Tom. And on the upper tier, which is helping massively, and you've helped in other ways as well. Yeah, you've been outstanding. Thank you, Graham Webkey. So thank you, all of you people. Fantastic. If you're watching this and not a member, you want to find out what it's all about, then on the subscribe button next to that, there's a join button. If you click on that, it won't tell you, it won't cost you any money straight away at all. There's a little video and then there's a few other bits to do if you then want to become a member. So yeah, give it a $1.99 go, see what you think for a month. If you don't like it, well, there you go. And yeah, everything that does help. But there's never any pressure. Everything is always going to be free on this channel for as long as I can do it for. Anyway, so it's a bit of a balancing act really with my energy levels too. To get a bit close to the wire this week before having an energy crash, but I just survived. Nincompoop. Yeah. Okay, so till next time, there'll be a couple of videos up on Saturday, as you know, ZX Spectrum and the Amiga one on Sunday, and also Atari 2600 on Sunday as well. Members already know what those videos are going to be. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate your support. Take care of yourself. All about beating stress. And a very fond. Oh, take care of yourself, of course. And till next time, a very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye. He's an nincompoop, Muddy.
And Jenkin.